And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I am Callum. That's Kyle. He is currently drinking a McDonald's Coca-Cola, if I know him.
Ah, yes, I am. The full fat.
Like me!
I'm paying that 16 pence.
Yeah. There's something about the UK. Yeah, you have to pay for full fat Coke a little bit extra. Because otherwise you'll end up like me.
Yeah.
Big and strong. Stored power. Body armour.
Big bone.
Body armour. That's what it is. But anyway, Kyle, you are clearly very excited about the Kraven trailer. So I'll let you speak about it first, because as soon as I jumped on the Discord call, you were singing Johnny Cash. So, what did you think?
I did just watch the trailer.
What do you think?
Just watch the trailer. So, listen, I was at work today and I spoke to one of my colleagues.
Kyle's got a job, everyone. Comments, Kyle's got a job.
I do. I have two jobs, technically. Anyways, so my colleague mentioned about the Kraven trailer being out. I saw it was out this morning, but I wasn't at all bothered about it.
Tell him what you text me.
Yeah, so I need to, hang on, let me pull this up. So I texted Callum in the morning. We don't want that person up here. 1 second. So where are you? There you are. Sorry, I had to search for your name then. I was like, where the fuck is Callum? So yeah, so we were speaking about the Thunderbolts briefly, and that obviously, you know, it looks exciting, but we'll talk about that in the Thunderbolt section. And then I think, what did I say? I watched the full thing on my break at work. I think there's a new Kraken Kraven. Callum were like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, Kraven. And I said, even my phone's like, what the fuck's Kraven? It's just auto-correcting to Kraken. So yeah, just even Google's like, yeah, what the fuck is this film? But yeah, no, seriously. I didn't initially was gonna watch the trailer. But my colleague said, oh, the trailer's really, really good. So I was like, okay, all right. So I got home, sat down, got it on the nice big screen. I thought, I'll give it a watch. Just before we filmed. Give it a watch. It's a pretty damn good fucking trailer.
It is a pretty damn good trailer. It is a pretty damn good trailer. I'm so annoyed because I know this film's going to be shit, but that trailer were good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, like the first Suicide Squad film, you know, the bad one.
Yeah.
The trailers for that were pretty good, and they got a lot of hype, and loads of people. I was excited.
I bought into it.
Film. Yeah, and you know, we went into obviously Suicide Squad, and it was a load of shite. Is this the same kind of scenario? I hope not, because you got to remember still.
Yeah.
Sony, the guys that edit the film, don't edit the trailers. It's a separate company. They get a different company to make these trailers, to get the hype up. You know, it's a marketing thing when you think about it. So, despite this trailer being really good, it doesn't say much for the film. This film could still be worse than, say, Madam Web. I have higher hopes for this because it feels like Sony can't really go on like this anymore. They need to at least get a win. You know, out of the, three franchises they've got, you know, Morbius, Madam Web, and obviously Venom with 2 films. Venom's been the only really successful one, and them films aren't even like, you know, they are as good as, say, Marvel at them good, you know.
Yeah.
So they definitely need a win here. This trailer, it does get you pumped, man. I won't lie. It was a solid trailer.
It was.
They really go hard with the gore. The action looks somewhat decent, and the CGI was surprisingly good.
Any coincidence that Deadpool and Wolverine's just come out? It's just made $1 billion, and obviously this was R-rated before that came out. I'm not saying they've just added blood into the effects. I know this was R-rated before, but do you think now they're going, right, let's make it bloodier, let's make it more violent, and let's show how R-rated this film is?
Whoever edited this trailer definitely went to go see Deadpool a couple of times. You know, they just don't shy away from showing the gore in this. I mean, like I said, it's just a trailer. It doesn't speak for the entire film. You've still got to, it was a lot of action in this trailer, which doesn't, which is
Now,
what a
I
trailer's
hope
kind
it's
of meant
not
to do.
all the action in the film that they've just put in.
It probably
The
is.
trailer.
It probably is, Callum. It was probably a montage of all the action.
Probably.
I'm not joking. It would not surprise me.
Rhino. What we thinking of Rhino? Look, we didn't get a crazy long look at him, but he's got a horn.
He's got a horn. They could have done worse. I'll say that.
Yes.
I won't say it's good.
It's very
but I won't say it's terrible.
Lizard-esque of Amazing Spider-Man 1, I would say. Like,
yeah, I think so. Yeah. They could have done it a different way, where they sort of use a suit, or like they did in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 film, a big mech, which I get it. It doesn't really make fans happy, but it is different and it's something fresh. Here they kind of went the route of, oh no, this guy's just literally a fucking rhino. Just he's half rhino, half human. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like that plot, if that's going to be like a subplot of the film, or the opposite side of, say, it's not really a protagonist, but the protagonist of this film.
I think the first trailer for this film came out probably about a year ago. And obviously it got delayed, pushed back. Do you know, I'll go have a look at that when we move on to our next topic when you start speaking again.
Do you know what I think? Do you know what I think's really? The fuck happened then?
Do you know what you think's what? You're coming through just fine, Kyle.
Oh no, sorry. It's just opened something on my YouTube on here. Right, sorry. Do you know what's so weird? I think is obviously Marvel do it as well. It's just they do it a lot better. The CGI, when they sort of first show a trailer, the CGI doesn't look the best, and then they do another trailer a couple months later. This is for all the Sony films, by the way, including Venom, Madam Web, Morbius. And then the more latest trailer, obviously they've had time to do the CGI better.
Yeah.
It's just weird how obvious they make that, because like you see shots in their films where it's like, if a good example is Morbius. He jumps out of the glass. When you watch the trailer and then you watch the film, it's a completely different sort of, it's the same scene. It's just the effect in it is different. I think they actually went with CGI in the film and then practical in the trailer.
Yeah.
So it's really weird how they sort of like do that. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels like they're just releasing the trailer far too early. It's like, oh, we've got some shot here. Let's just release it.
Yeah. Well,
I think that was like one of the big things that I was annoyed at Venom's first trailer. It was just like it was just nothing.
Yeah, it was just nothing. Venom's first trailer. I remember you was at mine actually when that trailer came out, weren't you? When we watched it together for the first time.
Yeah.
Now look, like Kyle said, it's just a trailer. A good trailer, but the thing that's got my doubts for the Kraven film is Sony's track record. Now, I believe this is the one where the Morbius writers are not involved, because obviously they went on to do Madam Web and doubled down on that bullshit. We actually walked out of Madam Web about 40 minutes in. Kyle, I say we make a pact right now that for the audience, we will not walk out of Kraven the Hunter, no matter how bad it gets.
I think with Aaron Taylor Johnson, he's a very entertaining performer.
I love Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I think there's a good chance here that we will want to maybe walk out, but I think we'll stay.
Well, this just goes to show you as well how bad Sony's track record is. Right, we are going, this trailer was great. This film's going to be shit. That just shows you how bad their track record is. And I want to be proven wrong so bad. If I'm proven wrong, I will be the happiest person in the world, because do you know what? Now we've got a great Kraven film to watch.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's not like we want it to be bad. Don't anyone go, wait until you see the film, you want it to be bad. No, I want every film to be good. Every film.
Yeah, we have to just sort of disclose that every time we
Every
talk
time,
about
yeah.
something like this.
I don't care. DC,
Yeah.
Marvel, Pixar, Warner Brothers, Sony. I want every film to be good. Because if every film's good,
I,
there's more good films to watch.
I want to say one last thing about this, and it's a thing that Sony does. They always sort of tease that there's Spider-Man. You know, there's going to be a Spider-Man in this film,
Yeah.
or there's something related to Spider-Man. Like I remember seeing like set photos for something about Spider-Man. Obviously, in the Morbius trailer, there's a Spider-Man painting.
Yeah, the spray
That
paint.
shot's not even in that film. Yeah, spray paint. There were just loads of different things that were sort of like tied into it. Like Madam Web, there was supposed to be a Spider-Man in that.
Hey, Spiders.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad there isn't. I'm not getting that feeling from this. To be honest, I'm just kind of
Do you
getting
know
that.
what? No.
This is about Kraven.
And they kind of pulled away from the lion blood fucking sort of situation that they were going on about in the first trailer. There was just like, no, let's show you what this film's about.
Yeah, the lion blood thing still looks really dumb. I know, obviously, Peter gets bit by a radioactive spider by fucking sheer chance. You know, so it's just it's a suspense of disbelief. It's just hard to do it when it's this. I don't know how to describe it.
Have you seen the new mobbing time for this? What everyone's saying. So we had mobbing time, and now there's
Kraven time.
No. He's craving justice.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I think as well, like, and wasn't there a thing about, you know, when this film was sort of in its early production, that Kraven wasn't actually going to be hunting any sort of animal?
Which it looks like he's going into that animal conservation sort of thing, but it looks like he's doing it right. Look, once he jumps on back of that truck, there's loads of like, you know, mutilated animal parts and stuff like that, and he just starts fucking killing people with them. So maybe that's the angle that they're going with, and do you know what?
I think the angle they're going with, obviously, with Rhino being sort of like a half animal, half human.
Maybe he's hunting Rhino.
He's hunting Rhino.
He's hunting Rhino.
Yeah. No, I think
my man is hunting Rhino.
I think obviously fans are going to be like, well, Kraven the Hunter, he hunts animals and he hunts these fantastic beasts, and you know these.
Like your mum.
It's what he does. So I think they've kind of done it well here, where it's like, you know, Rhino is technically sort of like half beast, half human.
Yeah.
So that's how we're kind of going to do it.
And then maybe that's where the appeal. Yeah, the appeal for hunting Spider-Man comes in.
Potentially, I still don't. I think this is going to be the final thing from this universe. Well, except obviously Venom 3.
How much money do you think this makes?
Overall?
Yeah.
Oof. I'm gonna say about 400. That's on a hopeful note for it.
400 ball caps?
400 million.
All right, I'm gonna go with $400 Kravillion.
Yeah, I mean that's quite a high.
You know,
thing.
It's not more billions, but you know.
Okay. But I think that there'll be a wide appeal for this, especially with this trailer being really good. It's Aaron Taylor Johnson. Everyone knows him. Everyone loves him.
Yeah.
It's Kraven the Hunter. He's an interesting character. Let's just see how this sort of works. People will be quite intrigued.
Yeah, look, if they can put out another solid trailer, I think at least opening weekend this will be looking good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Right. Let's move on to our next topic. Fuck, I never thought we'd spend 12 minutes speaking about Kraven, but here we are. Alien Romulus. The first reactions are in. People have seen it. And Kyle, you'll be glad to know that people are loving it. You know, one of the things I'm hearing a lot is the third act is fucking bonkers. Another thing I'm hearing is it's scary, it's thrilling. And one thing that might put your mind at ease a little bit, you were scared that this was going to be a one-to-one rip-off of the first Alien film. A lot of these...
Not necessarily a rip-off, just...
I don't see
the point of it.
Apparently this is more of... They take from every Alien movie. So apparently they're taking from Alien, they're taking from Aliens, they're taking from Alien 3, they're taking from Alien Resurrection, they're taking from Prometheus, and they're taking from Covenant. They kind of bring it all in to one. So yeah, very positive reactions.
Don't say that, because now my hopes are going to be really high.
They're very positive reactions. No official reviews. They'll probably come tomorrow, day before the film comes out. So I'll ask you this: where are your expectations now? Because you've taken, I don't want to say a U-turn. You started to come around on this film after the last trailer. They showed you something that you liked. Where are your expectations now? We're seeing it on Friday, the week of seeing it. How are you feeling?
Let me full disclosure, right? When the film was, when I heard about this film being shot, I was like, oh my god, cool. And then I saw the first trailer, and I was like, it's kind of just Alien 1, just, like it's just retreading the same stuff, and it's like, what's the point here? And then we got the second trailer, and I was like, okay, it's this group that's trying to steal something. It's different. I like it. Okay, cool. It's got me more interested. I'm not fully there for it, but it's got me interested. The thing with this is obviously, like, I think I've just lost my train of thought. The thing with this is, I knew this was going to be a great film, regardless, with who we've got tied with it. Obviously, the director of Don't Breathe, which is phenomenal. I haven't seen Evil Dead yet, but I've heard good things.
One thing I want to say is, Disney must have complete faith in this 20th Century Studio, because this was originally going to Hulu, like they did with Prey. And they probably saw how much money they missed out on making with Prey, because everyone were talking about Prey. So there's like, right, this needs a theatrical release.
Yeah, like I said, that's where I stand with it. I don't expect this film to be bad. I never did. Again, it's a credit to the director. But for me personally, who was a fan of what they were doing with obviously Prometheus, and then they kind of like, you did a U-turn with Covenant, and then obviously the Disney acquisition happened.
Now they've pivoted again.
And now they've sort of like come away from what they were, we were supposed to get a third, Prometheus, Covenant, and then there was supposed to be a third one to this trilogy. I was really interested in this. I really was enjoying these films. Well, at least the Prometheus one. And I hate that we didn't get a conclusion to it. So, with the ending that happens in Covenant.
You never know, because like they're saying in these reactions, they've got elements of all these films in them.
Yeah.
So maybe your little Prometheus taint will get tickled just a little bit.
I kind of... I doubt it, because I don't feel like I'm going to get the answers I kind of would like to get, because this is set after Alien, the first one. I think it's set just before Aliens, I believe.
I don't know when it's set.
I know it's definitely not set before the first Alien
watched
film.
I can't remember who's out of theatre reaction I watched for it yesterday morning. I believe it was Christian Harloff, and I think he said something along the lines of, I don't want to mention when it's set, because it might kind of spoil it, but I'm not... Time frame means nothing to me. Like...
Yeah. Well, fair enough, but for me, it does kind of matter, because it's like, I've left with a cliffhanger at the end of Alien Covenant, which was supposed to explain the space jockey. All those Prometheus films were meant to explain how the space jockey got there in the first place in the first Alien film.
Yeah.
And we were left on a stupidly big cliffhanger, and we never got the answer. If this movie answers that, then shit, this could be like film of the year for me.
Yeah. Now look, I watched Alien on Sunday night. I watched Aliens last night. I don't know which one I'm going to watch tonight, but I'm building myself up for this now, and I'm in the moment. And hearing all these positive things about it, I'm excited. Look, we always get excited when we're off to the cinema, but when we know we are going to see something that at least is going to be good, it makes it so much better. And I cannot wait for you and Wayne to sit there and watch me just shit my pants, because I probably will. Because I am a big fucking pussy when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah. Do you know what I think will be fucking hilarious if we did like a live stream of you playing the Alien game that came out a couple of years ago, Alien Isolation?
Yeah,
Mate, I'm too scared to play that fucking game, and I love the heck out of it, but I can't finish it. I just like I get to a point where I'm like, nah, okay, I'm done.
Oh, right, only chance I do that, right, and it's going to be hidden in the middle of this video, is if we get to 300 subscribers by this time next week. We're not far off it. We're 27 off. We've had quite a bit of crazy growth. Maybe we could do it. So that's the only chance that I'm doing that. But you need to sit behind me massaging my shoulders.
I think definitely we should have done this just before. We should have like booked a day off just before this comes out and just done like a long ass live stream. That would have been fucking hilarious. Yeah. I think that would have been great. But you know, instead, because we can't sit here and watch the film, so why not just sort of play the game and have a bit of an experience with it? Nice build up.
I'd have played a Colonial Marines. That was supposed to be fucking terrible.
I don't think it's that bad of a game. I think people expected way too much from it. I just think it's not a great game, but it's it's fun. Yeah, have some fun in it.
But right, Alien Romulus comes out this week. Guys, are you excited for it? I am fucking pumped now after hearing these reactions. I have loved the experience of watching Kyle get more and more excited for this film. For someone who wasn't excited he's quite excited for it now. So
I'll say this. I'm excited. I was like intrigued, looking forward to, and now I'm excited. I'm not pumped. I'm excited.
I think we need to do a back of the car reaction for this after.
Back of the car?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, fucking no. Yeah. Great film.
Alright. Pretty good mush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Let's get on to our next topic. I've tried to keep away from the MCU a bit. You know, I've looked at our channel this morning and I thought, fucking hell, all we've been talking about is Deadpool and Wolverine.
I mean, yeah, it deserves to be talked about.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway. Thunderbolts. The trailer leaked. Kyle's seen bits of it. I've seen the whole thing. We are not really going to talk about the trailer. You know, obviously we're not going to dance around it. We're going to mention some things in it. But yeah, first of all, Kyle, let's just get into it. I'll just ask you quickly. What did you like what you saw from the trailer?
Yes, just because I was on the fence of this film for such a long time. I kind of was like, it's cool, but I don't see the point of it. There's been no real sort of build-up or setup to this, other than what we got in, obviously, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
There's nothing really sort of... Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing really that kind of tied it in. It's like, with the Avengers, the first Avengers films, you had little bits here and there towards the end, like the post-credit scenes, stuff like that. And you had this, notion of like, okay, these guys are going to come together in an Avengers film. It's cool that we're getting this. I won't discredit that. And again, it's like Alien. I don't doubt this will probably be a great film, especially after reshooting things. Like they did with Daredevil, like they did with obviously.
This is one of the things that apparently they didn't have to rejig all that much. They had great writers on this from the beginning, and this just got delayed because of writers' strike and actors' strike, so they couldn't get it into production.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, shit. Yeah, like I say, it's one of those things. They still, not as much, like you said, but they still had to rejig some stuff.
Been changes.
From what I've seen of the little tiny couple of seconds I've seen, it's kind of like all over the place from what I've seen. I want to see this. I want to see this full trailer. I want to,
So
I want to see this film now. I'm really intrigued.
I'm gonna shock you right now. So my most anticipated Marvel project next year over everything is Daredevil Born Again. And then my most anticipated film was probably Fantastic Four or Captain America Brave New World. I was flip-flopping between them. After seeing this full trailer, this is my most anticipated MCU film next year. And I ain't even seen the proper trailer. But I am fucking pumped for this now. The music choice and everything.
Yeah.
The premise of it all. I'm really...
I don't... There's one thing here that we have to sort of... it's the elephant in the room. People are just going to say this is Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad. And, I can see the sort of...
It 100% is. It 100% is.
Yeah. I can see that there is a lot of sort of things that kind of tie them together in a sense. Obviously, these being more sort of like, not your A-star characters. These are sort of like your sidekicks, but now becoming...
Yeah.
the main character, if you will. I think the only thing I was really looking forward to in this, not the only thing, but the main thing I was really excited for is seeing US agent. Yeah,
let's not
US
get
agent.
into the X-Men Origins Wolverine all debate again. Now we had to re-record that line about 5 times.
Yeah, the US agent, I think his character is great. From what we got in, obviously, the Falcon Winter Soldier
He's
show.
got a shield. He's got a shield.
He has a shield. Obviously, they've all got new suit designs. I like them. I don't think they pop in a different way.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, their original suits, like Ghost, is very different.
Ghost and Taskmaster are kind of similar, aren't they? They're kind of both.
A little bit, yeah.
Clearly they're working together at the beginning when it comes in. But anyway,
yeah, I think the thing with Ghost's suit, her original suit, it is nice. It's just way too clean.
Yeah. So look, the question I want to ask you is: this trailer's leaked online. Probably millions of people have seen it. Should Marvel just do a God damn it Hydra like they did with Age of Ultron and just release the trailer? Now, the difference is, with that Age of Ultron trailer, it was supposed to come out the day after anyway. So the trailer was already planned for a release. They just released it early. Do you think Marvel should release this, or do you think they should wait a bit? I'm in two minds.
I'm 50-50. I'm like, yeah, they should.
And that's the lesson I taught you about sitting on the fence the other day.
And they should, because obviously they could use sort of like the momentum that they've got currently to help bolster in new fans and, get fans excited to go back and see a Marvel film in the cinema. So, but then again, you've got Brave New World. I really want them to sort of hammer down on that and focus on that, because I have faith that this film is going to be great now, Brave New World. And I still, obviously I have faith in Thunderbolts being good too. But you've just got to leave things to breathe.
Yes.
You don't want to have that issue that they sort of fell into, where it was just like Marvel fucking everywhere, just oversaturated as fuck.
I remember before Black Panther came out in 2018, we was at a point where we had a trailer for Black Panther out, we had a trailer for Avengers Infinity War out, and we had a trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp out. 3 upcoming films that we still haven't seen.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think it's probably better to just do what they did with obviously Deadpool and Wolverine, where it's just like, don't release all your trailers at once, kind of thing, or dot them out.
yeah.
You've got 2 or 3 movie trailers out there. Have them so it just leads into it. I think this is a good tactic that they could do and build up again that good faith and that good momentum.
Yeah, no,
One
look,
film will build up.
definitely. And that's what you're saying. If they release this trailer right now, from what I've seen, it'd also get them some goodwill right now. But they don't need any goodwill right now. They're coming off the high of Deadpool and Wolverine. Maybe you release this after Agatha, where maybe people have been like, Now, granted, we don't know if Agatha's going to be great or not, but it kind of looks like it's the end of that Disney era where it was like, let's just push stuff out. Maybe you release this after Agatha, but then again, we've still got a Daredevil trailer to get properly released before this comes out, because that comes out in March and this comes out in May. Also, another reason why they probably won't put it online. This was shown to a handful of people at Comic-Con. The trailer, this wasn't D23, this was Comic-Con, this trailer. And it's only just been leaked. You got to think all the people in the room watching it don't have all that time to sit down, pause it, and scrape over the special effects and go, oh, that looks a bit shit. That looks a bit shit. This trailer probably wasn't fully complete. So if they released it right now, an unfinished product, that would be bad will. And then the narrative then is Thunderbolts.
Don't do a Sony and release a trailer for a shot film with like minimal CGI effects.
And that'd be it. Then the narrative would be Thunderbolts has got bad CGI because of the first trailer. So I really think they want to get it knocked down and be like, look, we will release this trailer in time. We might get another double whammy. You remember, we got the Agatha trailer at the beginning of 1 week, and then the Captain America trailer at the end of the week. When they came out, maybe we'll get the Daredevil Born Again trailer and then the Thunderbolts trailer in the same week. Highly unlikely.
Yeah, I think that's more likely, but it kind of has to be sort of after Agatha and after Brave New World.
But then again, look, I think we get a trailer for this before Brave New World. I think December.
We'll see.
I think we get a trailer for this in December. Now, look, but if you look at Marvel's announcement schedule lately, they've been doing things in like groups. It's like, we'll announce these things this week to build a bit of momentum. I can't remember what else they announced when they announced the Fantastic Forecast, but they announced a few things that week. So, yeah. Look, the trailer were great, but now is not the time to release it. If you like me, you like Kyle, there's ways to see it, and you can kind of get what's going on. And I'm very excited for the full trailer now, and God, I hope it has that song in it. So, yeah. So, Kyle, over under 50% we get this trailer by, what? By the end of the month.
Oh, under 50%.
Yeah. So, guys, sorry to put your hopes down, but I don't think we're getting this trailer. The earliest we could possibly get this trailer is November, I think. Because that'd put us 6 months out from when the film comes out. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to our final topic of the day, Kyle. And I did say all we're talking about is Deadpool and Wolverine. For some reason, my text has disappeared, but that's all right.
It's because you didn't click off of it.
I did.
You need to,
No, I did, and it came on like this. So I went back, did it, and put it on, and then it's disappeared again. So, oh well. Right, Deadpool and Wolverine. It's breaking all the records. We ain't here to talk about that, because we've talked about that enough. My Time to Shine Hello has put on Twitter that Hugh Jackman is going to stay on as Wolverine after Avengers Secret Wars. Apparently him and Ryan just want to make films together. they want to do more Deadpool and Wolverine movies. Now, look, My Time to Shine, hello, I would put this as like a lower tier source than Daniel RPK. Daniel RPK is like the top. He gets a lot of stuff right, obviously he gets some stuff wrong. And then going down, I'd probably say My Time to Shine, hello, probably gets like 65% of their stuff right, if I had to ballpark it. But this is an interesting situation, if true. So, Ryan and Hugh want to make more Deadpool and Wolverine films together. And he's going to stay on after Secret Wars. Literally, till he's 90, which is what I had in the text. So,
yeah.
One thing. Do I want them to keep you as Wolverine in the new X-Men films? No.
I think it would. I think it would be really cool because obviously he's lived. You know, he's like the longest living Marvel character we've had on screen. If I'm not wrong, I may be wrong about that actually. Why? Who?
There's always some motherfuckers trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah. No, but I mean, with obviously Wolverine, he started more movies, so he's got more of a track record.
He's got more of a track record.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Obviously, I know Blade's, you know, he is before, obviously, but I'm saying, you know, Logan, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, he's been in loads of X-Men films, including his own. So I think it'd be really cool to have, like, you know, because Wolverine is that character where he's lived through all of like world wars and
now look
stuff like that. So it's kind of like the same. It's like mirroring.
Yeah, my main pick for a Wolverine would be to cast someone new. I'm not opposed to Hugh Jackman being Wolverine in the new X-Men films. It's just I feel like maybe he won't be Wolverine in the new X-Men films. I feel like we're going to get new X-Men and we're going to get a new Wolverine, but these Deadpool and Wolverine films might be completely separate in a different universe, and I'm going to tell you what I think they're going to do. You know, we've been talking, are they going to do Deadpool and Wolverine too? You know, we see that as the weeks have gone on, that's more and more of a, you know, a reality. But I'm thinking now, maybe not Deadpool and Wolverine 2. Maybe. Now, I'm going to give you two titles here. Maybe they do X-Force or Deadpool and Wolverine X-Force. I think that's probably the next step. Well, not the next step, but I think that's the next time we might see these two together in a film.
Okay. Hear me out here.
I don't want to.
Just because this is now under Disney's banner with the X-Men and Wolverine, Deadpool, all of that, they're under the same banner as the MCU and things like that. After Secret Wars, I don't see this being sort of like set in another universe. If they're gonna have two Deadpools being on, two Wolverines being on screen, one for their
to be fair, they want to bring it all together.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, like, after Secret Wars, like, the whole point of that is just to combine...
But to be fair, though...
These two worlds.
Coming off what I was saying is putting Wolverine on the X-Force team is a good way of keeping him off the X-Men team. Because, which is what we've said, it's like, I want Wolverine to come in the second or third X-Men film. I want these other characters to have a bit of a chance to shine.
Yeah.
Put him on the X-Force team. And look, then you can bring back Domino, you can bring back Cable. X-23 even. Or
I've seen a lot of people... sorry, I'll let you continue.
Or does X-23 go to the X-Men team? And that is our Wolverine.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people speak about how X-23...
I wouldn't be opposed to that at all.
Laura becomes basically the main... You know, even if she becomes the main MCU's Wolverine...
That is fine by me.
I do not oppose that. I am so down for
Hugh's still there.
Even if Hugh isn't there...
Isn't there? Yeah.
Even if he is, even if he isn't, I am fine with both options.
Do you know,
it's like... Go on.
This is one thing I mean to mention to you every time after we walk out of Deadpool and Wolverine. I just always forget. Daphne Keene's performance in it. The primal screams that she does when she's fighting. And after... When it's the slow-mo and the jumping through the portal, it's like...
See, do you know what? The next thing I want to see now, or after the Deadpool and Wolverine film, is I want to see her in her comic book accurate outfit now.
Yes.
That's what I want to see.
Well, I want to see Hugh and Ryan in their X-Force uniforms now, because I feel like that would be pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
But do you know what? I like that, actually. I feel like we've come up with a pretty solid thing together here. Is Hugh, Ryan, X-Force, Daphne, X-Men. And that's, yeah, I like that a lot. But will he literally be doing this until he's 90? Because Secret Wars comes out in 3 years.
I think it'll just make that little joke he makes in the film
even
so
funnier.
Much funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're dying, D.
we will get Logan 2.
Yeah.
With no makeup. Just an old shriveled Hugh Jackman. I don't think he'll ever be shriveled when he's old though, so
no,
he's gonna be jacked until he's 90.
They could then actually do the old man Wolverine a bit more comic accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, right, I do like that. Look, obviously I want Ryan to stick around. I do want Hugh to stick around. I do think he's gonna have a presence in Secret Wars. Maybe Doomsday, but Secret Wars definitely. But do you know what? If he wants to stick around, I'm not opposed to it. I would want a new Wolverine. But if he's there, he is the perfect option. He is the perfect person to play Wolverine. And do you know what? Like you said, that was a great thingy. Daphne Keene as X-23, Laura in the X-Men. I like that a lot as well. So yeah, any other project that you think it could be, you know, that they want to work together, they want to... Not that they just want to work together, they want to make more Deadpool and Wolverine, and I'm not surprised it's not the money. They've said they had the most fun on this film that they've had on any film that they've ever done.
I mean, X-Force is probably the clearest route they could go. Obviously, they sort of did really, you know, do it in the second film, and obviously kind of did it a little bit in... Yeah, and well, I mean, technically it's kind of take 3.
Yeah.
Obviously with Origins, that was Task Force X as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that'd be a great thing to do. If you're going to do a Deadpool and Wolverine featured film again, yeah, Task Force X is the way to go.
And another thing as well, you know, I was saying we could bring back Ryan, Hugh... Josh Brolin, Cable, Zazie Beetz, Domino. We've been talking about Channing Tatum as Gambit. Maybe that's where he fits in to an X-Force film. I see that being more likely than him getting his own film. Now, yes. I don't know if Gambit has been on a member of X-Force, but he could be.
I mean, listen, I get it. Films are adaptations, but at the same time,
they change things.
What's wrong? What's wrong with doing things just a little bit differently? Yeah. You know, if Gambit isn't a part of X-Force originally, maybe he is in some sort of alternative comic.
Channing Tatum's Gambit would fit in with the X-Force more than he would X-Men anyway.
Yes,
so
100%.
If they wanted to bring him back, that's another way as well.
Yeah,
but yeah, right. I feel like we've had a good old show today, Kyle. This is probably one of the ones I'm more proud of.
Okay.
So yeah. Right, guys, you heard it earlier. If you watch the full video, 300 subscribers by this time next week, and Kyle will sit me down and we will play Alien Isolation. And you will watch me shit my panties but you'd have to join the OnlyFans to actually see the excrement. So, thanks for watching, guys. Anything you want to add, Kyle, before we go?
Not that I can think of. No. Obviously, I do have that video that I'm working on. I've decided to not scrap it, just redo some things. New information has come out. I feel like I can build it into the video. I know, Callum, you have scrapped your video of your.
It's still
original.
in the thing, but there's another video I'd rather make.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, right, guys. Thanks for having us be part of your day, and yeah, thank you, Kyle, for being here. You know, we have a lot of fun doing this. It sounds quite sad, but me and Kyle will literally sit down and watch our own videos when we're together. We'll just laugh at ourselves.
Not. We don't watch the entire thing. Full disclosure here, we're not fucking psychopaths, but we like to sort of go to, especially the endings. For some reason, we always find the endings quite funny. So yeah.
But right, thanks for watching, guys, and see you later.